Thank you for joining us on Operation Roaring Lion Day 4. As explosions ripple across the Middle East and the smoke and thunder of war blur the region, three realities cut through the chaos on Day 4. The ground is shifting fast, historically, militarily, and spiritually, and each development carries consequences far beyond the battlefield. Last night marked one of the most unusual and possibly most historic Purim nights in 2,500 years. Synagogues that normally overflowed with festive crowds fell silent as emergency restrictions kept Israelis at home. Rabbis and community leaders turned to Zoom to lead the reading of Esther, a haunting reminder that even in celebration of ancient salvation, modern threats from Persia remain dangerously real. Iran accused the U.S. of launching an unprovoked strike on Israel's behalf, claiming Secretary of State Marco Rubio admitted it was a war of choice. Yet Rubio's words were taken out of context. The U.S. acted because Iran was on the verge of reaching the point of no return and would have used its weapons against both the great Satan, the U.S., and the small Satan, Israel. Israel and the United States concluded waiting was no longer an option. Netanyahu warned Iran was months away from shielding its nuclear and missile programs from any strike. Diplomacy had failed. Iran boasted enough enriched uranium for 11 nuclear weapons. The campaign is a preemptive strike, a desperate attempt to reshape the region's future before Iran cements its power. The United States has urged citizens to evacuate nearly the entire Middle East, including Israel. Officials cite escalating security risks and warn of even more punishing strikes on Iran. Immediate departure on any available commercial flight is recommended. Now let's look at the Israel-Iran front. 1,000 to 1,500 IRGC and Iranian security personnel have been targeted so far. The IDF have carried out multiple waves of strikes inside Iran, targeting command centers, missile launchers, air defenses, weapons production sites, and intelligence headquarters. The IDF statement, striking these bases deepens the blow to the regime's repression capabilities. Ballistic missile fire and drone attacks continue on large parts of Israel, including Jerusalem, sending millions to bomb shelters. Now let's look at Operation Epic Fury, the U.S. involvement. Over 1,250 targets were struck in the first 48 hours, including command and control centers, missile sites, Navy ships, and anti-ship defenses. 11 Iranian Navy ships were destroyed in the Gulf of Oman. B-1 bombers targeted Iranian ballistic missile sites Sunday night. President Trump said, and I quote, "We're going to destroy their missiles and raise their missile industry to the ground." Iran closed the Strait of Hormuz, where 20 to 25% of the world's seaborne oil passes. Let's look at the northern front now. Hezbollah has now joined the war. Hezbollah launched attacks from Lebanon in retaliation for the death of Iran's supreme leader. Israel struck multiple Hezbollah and Iranian regime targets in Lebanon, including weapons depots, rocket launch sites, and command centers. Senior Hezbollah operatives have been eliminated, including intelligence chief Hussein Makhled. Lebanese Prime Minister has banned Hezbollah military activities, but the group continues to operate independently. Now let's turn to the regional ripple effects of this conflict. In Qatar, the Qataris have shot down 2 Iranian jets, intercepted attacks on civilian infrastructure, including Doha Airport. In Bahrain, 2 projectiles struck a port, 1 fatality from missile debris. In Iraq, 3 drones were shot down over Erbil Airport near U.S. forces. In the United Arab Emirates, port operations in Dubai have resumed after disruptions. In Jordan, missiles and drones were detected, and the U.S. Embassy warned their citizens to stay near shelter. And finally, in Kuwait, 3 U.S. fighter jets mistakenly were shot down by Kuwaiti air defenses, and thank God, all the pilots are safe. The bottom line: Day 4 of Operation Roaring Lion underscores a grim reality. The Middle East is now engulfed in a conflict with historical, military, and spiritual stakes, and the world is watching as the situation unfolds.